Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my school life and also how I got into modelling. So first of all, let's start about school life. So overall, in general, my school life was absolutely horrible. I just didn't enjoy school at all. I struggled a lot. I am dyslexic, which I'm going to do another video on that because I think it's going to help a lot of people in different ways about me talk about that one. But anyway, so I'm dyslexic. If people don't know what dyslexia is, basically is where you struggle with numbers and also like reading and stuff or writing and different things like that. And so for me, that's what I struggle with a lot. My English wasn't as bad. I actually got a grade C in my English. That was really good. And a B in my language, I think. Lit language, I can't remember what one. Anyway, so I really worked hard for that going back in the day, but my maths was something that I really struggled with, so that came into my dyslexia. And obviously with numbers and things, I just literally, it's like another language. I mean, it is to like anyone anyway, let alone someone that's dyslexic. In school we had sets, so we had like, I can't remember, I think it was like 5th set, which is the lowest, which I was in for my maths. It's something to be ashamed of now, but I think at the time I really was, because a little bit embarrassed, like you're in 5th set, each kind of year or kind of working up to it, you kind of get it put into different sets. And I always thought, oh, hopefully maybe I'll be in 4th set like in the next year coming along, but I never was. I was always in 5th set. I just didn't get maths at all, and I don't think I ever will to this day. I mean, I'm a lot better now. Maybe if I took the test now and I'm like revised quite a lot, I think maybe I could just about push it. But even so, I'm just not a mathematic person. I never will be, and I'm gonna put my hands up to it, because at the end of the day, no one can be good at everything. So I'm not gonna say the school I went to, because I don't want to kind of like diss them or anything, because it was an okay school. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. So basically, when you get put into 5th sets, obviously you get teachers and things. I had one good teacher that left. Her name was Miss Smith. She was really good, but she left. And ever since then, in my maths group, we basically had supply teachers. Now I find this really odd, and I really want to question it, because basically all the time supplies come in, always the lower sets got like the really bad teachers, and I find it really wrong, because just because we've got predicted grades for lower than obviously the people that are higher, shouldn't we have the better teachers to help us? Like, it doesn't actually make any sense. I've worked so hard, and like I love working hard and wanting to be able to do it, but because we had such awful teachers, not as in, I'm not saying the school had awful teachers, but the supplies we had in when the other teachers weren't in, it was just awful. And I remember like my whole year I had a whole supply teacher, and like it was just that like we did not do one thing. Like I remember sat there like literally like, what the hell, it was just crazy. I was in a small group at school. I was never the popular person, never wanted to be, but never was in the popular group. So I had my friends, which I'm going to mention their names. I haven't actually asked them, but I'm just going to mention them. So I had Lauren, I had Layla, I had Becca, I had Emily, Megan, Maylee. God, if I missed out a person, I'm so sorry, but I don't think I have. So that was me, like my tutor girls. So basically I hang out with them like all the time. So basically in year 8 and 9, this is when the bullying started to happen. So basically, obviously I said about my rough stages of me being dyslexic, and obviously me being in the lower sets and everything. So basically due to that, I got bullied quite a lot. So basically, because I'm dyslexic, I had to have orange tinted glasses, which, before I'm going to say into this, if you guys have orange tinted glasses, then please keep wearing them. Don't do what I do. Basically, because I got bullied from them, I basically didn't wear them a lot and didn't want to wear them, which actually probably helped me a lot on like my exams and stuff and all different things. I had short hair, buck teeth, I was waiting to get braces, bushy eyebrows, tinted glasses, in 5th set for everything. It's like nothing that anyone could see that I don't think was positive out of that, which was quite hard for me, because obviously looks, obviously like I said, shouldn't matter, and it at all, like it just shouldn't at all. But obviously back in the day when I was in school, it did, and obviously I was definitely not the pretty person at all, and yeah, I just got picked on my looks as well for that. And that really hurt as well, because obviously my teeth, I couldn't get off the bow. I was waiting to get braces. So yeah, that was really hard as well. I remember, so obviously with all this bullying going on and everything, I just thought, do you know what, like it was really hard for me, and like it wasn't easy. And I remember kind of like just in every lesson like dreading to go into like the doors, like we had like little red doors, and going in and sitting down, because I just knew then like people just like do little comments and things. Now this bullying doesn't sound like overly bad, where like I wanted to kind of like have homeschool or anything. It wasn't like that bad, but to me it was bad in the fact that I didn't see anything positive in myself. Like a lot of people that are sitting exams, it does not depend on your life, like unless you really want to like be a doctor or something, it really doesn't. And like a lot of people that don't get the grades are like billionaires. Like it's just mad. Like obviously I know that you might not be a billionaire, and that's quite like on a high accessible level, but at the end of the day you don't need grade A's, you don't need grade like A stars, you just don't need it for if you don't want to kind of be a doctor or some sort of paramedic. I don't know, you just don't need it. So I think that really struggled with me, because they always had a saying of, oh, your grades protecting your life or this and that. Well, they really do. If you work hard like I did, really hard, and you did get A stars and you did get B's, I find that more achievable than anything in the world, than just being able to kind of say, oh, I got an A star, because half these people probably didn't even work really hard for it. And that's what I found really irritating, because I remember like these days I had literally like posters over my walls. I like my whole wall was covered with either science, maths, or anything like that I can remember. And I remember not getting the grades maybe that I wanted to get for my revision that I did, but that's okay. And I look at actually thinking about it right now, I worked my ass off. I'm actually really proud of myself, because the people that maybe didn't work their ass off and maybe still got an A but was predicting an A star, it was because they didn't work hard. And I think in life the main goal that I learned, which people might not have because I know the feeling of having to work hard, was my motivation. Like I'm so motivated in life to do anything that I want to do, and I feel like anything is achievable in life. Now people that maybe have really got those A stars don't have that motivation, so they wouldn't ever go higher. But for my instinct and what I come from, just because I'm dyslexic and just because I struggle just that little bit, I am so motivated that I can basically do what I want to do. And that's exactly what I proved to a lot of people in my school, which obviously my modelling is a bit different because obviously it's not educational way, but that's what I wanted to do, and that was my dream ambition, and I just did it. So I want to kind of prove to everyone that actually just because maybe you're not that top student in school, or just because you struggle a little bit, doesn't mean you can't do it. Like you still can be a doctor, just work. You might take you an extra year, it might take you extra 2 or 3 or 4, it doesn't matter, because you can still do it. Yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. It was in my chest for so long. I just we had in religious studies, I don't know what our subject was on, but we had these pieces of paper, and it was like, what do you want to be when you're older, in like 6 or 7 years time, and you need to draw yourself what you want to be. Now obviously I'm just mad, so everyone was drawing like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse, or this and that or something. And oh my god, I didn't realize that we had to say what we wanted to be, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do it because I love, that's what I really want to do and want to be. So I drew myself as a model walking down the catwalk in London Fashion Week, with like little like lights on the sides and stuff, and I drew it out, and oh my god, I remember having to say it in the class, and I was literally like most people laughed, and it was just awful. Like it was actually the most embarrassing thing. I literally can remember, it makes me give me goosebumps. With my mum when I was younger, watched America's Next Top Model, like catwalk things, like literally I was just obsessed with it. Like I remember I don't know if I can find a video, I might have to try and find it, but I was literally in year 7 or even below that, and I literally used to practice the catwalk up and down my room. Like I was literally obsessed with the fact that I would love to do that. Like that's something that like literally just makes my mind go like mad. Like it was crazy. Then as soon as I watched those programs, I started like kind of like looking at like models and what they wear and things, and like it really just got me interested about fashion as well. And that's how it came in with my clothing and how much I love clothes. And I remember wearing this like long pink coat to school, like no one else wears like a nice, like it was just mad. Like I just remember like people just wearing the good old grey coat or black coat with some fur on the bottom, or some like super dry coat and stuff, and I wasn't really into that. Like I did actually have a super dry coat, but that was like in year 7, so this was year 8. And I remember like wearing this like long long pink, baby pink coat with my little dolly shoes from Topshop, and I was like walking around as if like, I know, like I'm a model or something. So I remember that, and it just made me feel really good, and it made me feel good that I could kind of express my feelings into the clothes. And that's why I love clothes so much now, because it expresses my personality. I remember having a letter, I had to go to reception to collect something or see someone, and basically no one was on the playground, and I pretend as if the playground was like a catwalk. I used to walk with my pink coat and my dolly shoes. I just like walk as if I'm pretending on the catwalk, and literally that's all I could think about. Like, it's actually mad to think about it now, because I was literally obsessed with the fact of it. In year 10, my braces, or year 11, I think it was year 10 or just going into year 11, my braces came off, and then everyone started to see that I had lovely teeth, which I haven't kept my retainers in right now, so but anyway, I had really nice teeth back then. And then it kind of, and my hair grew, my hair was like down here, and everyone was like, oh, she's actually all right. Like, looks should not matter at all. Just because you might have long hair or short hair doesn't mean you should get bullied or bullied not. And that's what I really want to put out there, that it doesn't mean nothing at all. Like, you should love yourself and love what you look like, because at the end of the day you can't change it anyway. Like, I was thinking about all this kind of like plastic surgery that people have, or lip fillers or this, which I don't diss people at all, but you just need to love yourself, because if you can't ever love yourself, how can you let someone love you? And that's like my big sense. So think about it. School ended, it was completely gone. Best day of my life, really, because I absolutely hated school. I wish I didn't hate school. It really sucks, because I wish, like, loads of people say, oh, I wish I was back at school. I literally could not think of anything worse than going back to school right now. It actually gives me goosebumps, and it all kind of kicked off, and it all got excited. Yeah, anyway, so there is a thing called Instagram that everybody knows. Back in the day, I don't think it was kind of like really big, but anyway, I used to post pictures basically with no makeup on. I had like brown, natural brown long hair, probably down to like, I always say down to here. It was actually really long, to be fair, which is like surprising, because I wish I had that hair now. It makes me sad. But anyway, so I had nice long brown hair, and no makeup, bushy eyebrows. I used to post like on Instagram like every day. I'll literally get like the angles and stuff, and I had like no kind of like really good lighting in my old bedroom. I literally just had my window to have the light in. I remember like trying to get really good light over my window. I posted a picture, and I remember this picture, it was literally me. I'm gonna try and link the picture below of what it was that I got scouted on. So basically, I used to post like loads of photos, and then one of the pictures, I think it was my one with my white trainers, I literally can't remember. So anyway, one of the photos I posted, and basically I got an email, not an email, a message, a DM from Next Hot Model, and I was like, oh my god, this is such a scam. Like, why are they messaging me? This is really weird. Obviously I was like really young still, so I had to get my mum involved. And basically they were like, hi, we really like your look, you're really natural, blah blah blah, can we please send an email of what this like involves? So I was like, oh okay, yeah, let's just go for it, like why not? And basically they sent me emails, and basically this is a competition. We are trying to find, I think it was like 3 models to be signed with a really good agency, in London. So I was like, oh my god, this is such a scam, but actually it wasn't a scam. And basically I just went for it. So I told my mum about it. I rushed my mum. I was like screaming in excitement, because literally like it's something I've always wanted to do, and like for that opportunity to come up, I was like, we have to take it. And this competition was held in Brighton. I can't remember the hotel. I think it was like, I can't remember, but it was literally at the seafront. It was literally the most beautiful hotel. So basically this competition basically was, so it was like 2 lots you had to do. So basically you went up, and you had to basically like, they had to meet you had to take like Polaroids and stuff, and then you'd have to do like a little basic video, and that was only for like an hour. I had to hold up like a little sheet, which I'll try and find the photo below, but yeah, it's like a little photo of like your sizing, your hair color, and you just have to hold it up and take a photo, and that was it basically. And then you'd be put into sections. So we are put into an A or B section. I think I was in the B section, and basically then they would choose like 20, I think like thousands of people applied for this, like it's actually mad. And there was like I think there was only like, pardon me, 5 people from this B section and like 6 people from the A section or something. And basically on that day we didn't realise that we would know if we'd go through like the next like round, which sounds really weird, next round. So basically I got picked obviously, and I went through the next round. On the next round, obviously we had to go home from Brighton, because the next round was in like a few weeks, which is the final. Now the final, basically what we had to do is we had to kind of like do a big catwalk in front of loads of people, which was actually so scary. Like it was actually mad. I remember like having to do like a catwalk in this like crop top and pants, which sounds like really dodgy, but it was. It's just to obviously see your physique and how you like walk and stuff. And then we had like dresses. So basically we had to we had like a few clothing stores which basically gave clothes so we could model in them to see how well we would do as well. And you just how to pose and how well you'd be being a model for a day basically. So that was like the test. And yeah, it was really nerve-wracking actually. It was really scary. And then basically on the finale we had to do a catwalk, and basically all my family came up and watched me because they knew how much it meant to me. So I remember like my grandparents sitting there. I remember my mum, Brian. I remember just like loads of people just sat there watching me, and it was like really nerve-wracking because obviously we had to walk down this catwalk, and like I've never done anything like this in my life, and obviously this is what I wanted to do. So it was a bit like, oh my god. And yeah, really happily enough I came third in the competition, which meant I was automatically signed to a modelling agency in London. So basically that modelling agency was First Models London. Now they were honestly a really good agency. They're actually really high now. They have like some really big famous models on. So I did that for like a year or 2 years or even more, but I was studying college at the same time, so it was a bit awkward. Now this agency was really, really good, and I loved them because they got me to where I wanted to be and what things I wanted to do now. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been in that industry. So I literally cannot like diss them at all because they're amazing. Now, I think I was a little bit too young to be with them because they're such a big agency, and they were really kind of, so basically every school, everything has their like favourite people. And obviously I wasn't one of those in this agency because I was really new. So basically like it was really hard to get jobs and stuff in that agency. So I ended up leaving them, which is really sad about because that's when my journey started. So after like 2 years and stuff, I got a few jobs, but I wanted to kind of choose my own agency because I've had the experience with that agency. I thought, do you know what, let's choose another agent and see how I get along. So then I went to Bain Models, and I think I went somewhere else as well. I remember going, I went to a few different agents. I've been with a few, to be fair. I literally can't remember the names. But yeah, my other one I can remember is Bain, and that's like a worldwide one, and that was really, really good. I got a few really good jobs with them. And then I also went back, before I went to Bain, sorry, and then I had my agency that I'm still with now, Ginger Snap. So I literally love Ginger Snap so much. I honestly recommend them so much because they're so at ease as well. And obviously like me having River and stuff, like I still obviously get a few little tiny jobs now, not as much as I used to, but I think it's because of my hair colour. But anyway, yeah, so I absolutely love them. They're really lovely. The owner is called Claire. She's literally lovely. Like, it's just a really nice agency. It's like a homing, warming agency as well. It's not where they kind of like have these restrictions where you have to eat certain things. It's nothing like that. So yeah, anyway, so that's who I'm with now. So I went through all these different agencies, and yeah, I found the right agency for me, which is now due to River and stuff, which is Ginger Snap. But yeah, in the extent of that, when I signed to an agency, I was so happy when I signed to First. I remember literally like thinking, oh my god, this is literally a dream. Like, it's crazy. It was just completely mad. And basically then I posted something on Facebook or something, and basically a news article emailed me. I can't remember, it was Bristol News basically emailed me and basically said, hi, I've seen your post about becoming a model and things, can we put this in the post? And I was like, oh my god, this is like so weird, like I really don't know if I like this or not. So yeah, they basically, a man came round with like a little like pad and stuff and basically explained your story, Amber, like what happened, like oh my god. And basically I had to basically say what happened. I got bullied in school and stuff, blah blah blah. And basically in the news article it was literally so funny. I think it was like, bullied girl now becomes a model and will be further walking for London Fashion Week. And ever since that happened, it was just mad. Like, things kicked off. I've done like big jobs, but I'm not going to speak about that in depth because I'm going to do that in another video about like model jobs and stuff. But yeah, it was just wow. And that day when that came out, and the first time I walked for London Fashion Week for Dans La Vie, was literally probably the best moment of my life. And for me to be featured in Vogue Catwalk catalogue was literally the most, like, even now when I look at it, I'm like it's just crazy. Like, it really just put everything on a side, and that's literally, I achieved what I wanted to achieve, and I proved to all those bullies out there, oh my god, it's so cringy, to all these boys out there that said I couldn't do it, I just did it. So still now, like when I do jobs and stuff, it's just an amazing feeling. And for me to know that that's what I wanted to do at such a young age, for me being a little girl to now me actually being a professional model, it's like crazy. Like it still overwhelms me so much. And it's just a bit weird, like, and I'm kind of like happy that I proved them wrong, because deep down I feel like I would, but honestly, like, I did, and it's mad. And that's what I want to say to everyone else also, like, you want to be what you want to be, but you do it, like, and you say to yourself you do it and you will do it, like. And I've always had that determination, and I think you can do anything in life. You honestly can. If you put your mind and you're set to it, you can do anything, because life's just crazy. So that is my little story. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I was a bit nervous doing this one because obviously it's about school, and I know a lot of people from school and stuff probably watching this right now, but yeah, I just wanted to put out there my little story and kind of what happened. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a lovely day. And before I go, if you like my videos and love listening to me yabber on, then please subscribe down below. And my Instagram is amberino_long_legs, so please give me a follow also, and it'd be much appreciated.